my God, the ground is shaking.
Oh no, what could be going on?
Oh my God, it's so scary. What's going on? It's because it's Friday. Yeah, that's what it is. Gotcha. Not an earthquake. We were kidding the whole time.
We're a bunch of jokesters
We
here.
were like a couple
I acted
pranksters.
that out the best out of all of us.
I was doing one of these though.
Ooh, your gyrating is so hot.
My hips,
Do
man.
that again?
Oh no,
Whoa.
the ground is
I
shaking.
feel like you get to see like his technique.
Yeah,
It's pretty terrible.
yeah.
Technique.
It's interesting.
Who fucks like that? What, like a gyration? Like that's...
I've seen you overseas, Shane. You animal.
No, you haven't. You haven't left New Jersey.
That's true. I've never left New Jersey
No,
ever.
not once. Not once.
We are talking quakes. We have reviewed in the past San Andreas Mega Quake. We are reviewing the prequel, San Andreas Quake. Is it relevant? Not really, but we're reviewing it.
It's better.
You know what's
It is
funny
better.
about it? I felt the quakes in the first one were like way more devastating than the mega quakes.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, because the Mega Quake, they had a nuke.
Yeah, I feel like everything in this movie was just better than the sequel.
yeah.
Like everything.
The characters...
The characters were charming.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a flying fuck about a character in the sequel.
No. I actually liked the mom-boyfriend dynamic
Combo?
for most of the movie.
Yep, I liked the characters.
I liked the boyfriend. He was cool.
I like their dynamic together. I think they worked really well
See
together.
that dude's lips? He had a nice set of lips.
Okay.
Yep.
He drove a Mustang.
He did. It was also stolen by an old woman.
He hotwired that shit.
He hotwired it, correct, because he drove a black
Range
van.
Rover, yeah, whatever it was.
That was not a Range Rover.
It was a black van. You are right. It was a black van.
That I
I
can't
was
confirm.
way off.
That I can't confirm. Yeah.
All that gyrating shook your brain.
Might have.
So the background is there's this lady.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name is Molly,
I'll tell you right now.
but she is. I don't know if she's a seismologist or what she is, but she definitely studies quakes.
Yeah.
Would you call her a scientist?
Seismologist.
Yeah, well, it's a field of science, I guess. So yeah.
Scientists better check their hypothesis.
And the whole background is she made a big mistake in predicting a quake way back in the day. So now her knowledge of quakes is not taken so seriously. She's a college professor. She's teaching the kiddos, and the one kiddo is not taking her word on predicting.
He ain't
quakes.
buying it. He ain't buying it.
She's showing a couple of predictable. She's like this app where she like shows all predictable like shocks coming. They're not buying it. She's saying it's legit. She's learned from her mistakes. He's called her out.
He's dating her daughter.
He's dating her daughter.
Crazy.
She won't know till
She's
later in the
married,
movie.
plot
she's
twist.
married to a pilot, I think. Is that what
Yes.
He's a helicopter pilot.
Yeah.
His plot drops for a long time.
That's
He's
for
not in
sure.
the movie for a long time.
I actually forgot he existed
What's
for a
he
while.
doing that whole time?
Flying his
What is
helicopter.
he doing?
I don't know. They're a nice, loving family, though. We can at least give them that. The daughter works at the hotel. She's a little in those teenage bitchy years, the late teens.
Are you
'cause
calling her a future babe?
Potentially.
All right, so let's talk about her potential future babe here. She is Grace Van Dien. She is well known for her role in Stranger Things season 4, but now she is more famous as her Twitch channel where she joined FaZe Clan. Now, FaZe Clan, they've been around for a very long time.
Yeah,
this
they're
is
like-
this is
they're
breaking
FaZe Clan.
SNN news, and she's
you go.
currently having a rivalry with I believe it's FaZe Rain, where FaZe Rain called her out for only having a job for being a hot chick and in Stranger Things. She then dug deep. She's like, yeah, you're a drug addict. You almost OD'd like 3 times and died. Ha ha ha. He then had her on. Then she's like, you're making me uncomfortable with the things you're saying about me. You're only taking shots at me because I'm a woman. So FaZe Clan is currently really going through it.
Wow, so they have in-house beef.
Beef,
and
really,
you know
yep.
all this because you're really big in that space.
Yeah, so that is breaking SNN news.
Shane likes to traverse new areas and really get involved in cultural depth with if it's esports,
Yep.
if it's traditional,
Anything.
what do you call them? Men's team sports.
Exactly.
He gets involved with that.
I'm into it all. SNN delivers on all platforms.
Yeah, when you deliver it once every fucking 2 months.
Well, yeah, I don't just give away free news, but this was big news because she's in the movie. Did GNN ever break big news about someone who was in a movie we were reviewing?
I read like a good like Kanye West story once.
Was he in the movie we were reviewing?
No.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's my point. SNN delivers.
Couple things. That was crazy. What is Face Clan? Is that a video game?
It's an
It's like an esports gaming group kind of thing. You know, I'm hip with the kids. You know, you got your Team Liquids, you got your Optic Gamings, you got your Dignitases, and then you got your FaZe Clan. I think it was founded back in the day by a FaZe Banks.
There you go.
We're so lucky,
It's
me and you.
Probably related to Azalea Banks.
So
Yeah.
Oh, the rapper?
Yeah.
I know her. She's part of Face Clan.
I have. Okay, now you're asking too many deep. Don't dig too deep because I don't know.
So that whole thing you just said was true? She's in...
Yeah, everything. Yeah, why would I lie? I'm trying.
Oh, honestly, I thought
Shane,
that
give me
was-
your best FaZe Clan.
I don't know what that means.
Go. Show me your best phase.
Oh.
But yeah. That's going on right now. It's big on like the Twitter space.
Wow.
Wow.
Like that's like in real time.
Like literally happened like 4 days
And
ago.
you follow these people?
No,
How does she...
I literally did research.
When did this movie come out?
2015, I want to say.
Yes.
around
How is she looking now? Because I said like a couple minutes ago she's a potential future babe.
She's a current babe.
there? Well, she was in
Can you
it.
show me a picture of her?
In this movie, she was like what, like 18? She was like
Yeah.
she was in college though. No,
I
She-
think
so.
so.
She maybe like 18, 19.
That's a good age. That's a solid age.
Yep, that's what they're saying. 18 and 19. It goes downhill from there though. Once you hit your 20s, whew,
Oh yeah,
it's over for you.
That happened. Really happened with me. I got it hard.
Okay.
You hit that wall hard.
I feel like I wasted my entire early 20s.
Yeah, I feel like Shane just phased up.
I was just looking up. Like Mike wanted to see a picture of her. So
I
I was like,
really do.
for some reason, my phone doesn't want to click on images.
Are you looking at porn?
Are you?
No.
What are you into though?
So we're just gonna talk about the movie now. We're just gonna move on.
Can you? I'm being serious. Can you fucking pull up a picture?
No, I closed all my tabs.
Why?
'Cause-
It's not loading.
It just didn't want to load. Every
Can
time I
you-
clicked on a picture, nothing happened.
Can you try again in a few minutes?
Sure, bud.
Thank
Anything for you.
Thank
So
you.
let's get off of all this drama, right? Because
Yeah.
we're not a drama podcast. We're a movie podcast.
Let's just start a drama podcast.
drama, guys.
We just start the
Oh,
rumors.
where we like talk about internet gossip.
yeah, and we
Hot
just
goss.
and we just start rumors.
Speaking of goss, do you guys want to see the new Barbie movie with Gosling,
I'd see it.
I would watch it.
Yeah,
Not
I'd see it.
paid, but I would watch it.
Margot Robbie?
Yeah, I would watch it. I'd watch anything
That's
once.
this is a great casting.
It really
for
is.
both of them for sure.
Love it.
Like, I feel like
Remember when Amy Schumer was supposed to be
they,
Barbie?
yeah, I feel like
Whoa,
I feel like they finally got it right.
Yeah, they did.
that's
nailed it.
good. Because like that whole movie would have just been like, I have a stinky pussy. LOL.
People would have been like, ha ha ha.
My vagina.
It's like a gaping hole.
Oh man, it just swallows all the boys.
Yeah, it's almost like San Andreas Quake came through, and now there's holes everywhere.
See, he brought it around again.
Yeah, he
We're
brought it
so
out.
good. We're so fucking lucky, bro.
Would
Yeah,
you
we're
be
very
able
lucky.
to transition without me?
You're
No.
double lucky because you work with him twice.
Well, I just get to work with all that hair.
I know. Look at it.
No
Ooh.
matter what he does, it will never not be straight.
No, it always forms to the same spot. See, it's gonna go right back
Unbelievable.
to the same spot.
Shane, I feel like in this shit.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
In this like pod, you assume more of what he is in the other one.
A psychopath.
Just like a complete unhinged maniac.
Yeah, it's a role reversal.
Yeah, I like it.
To be fair, I've been pretty unhinged on some of the recent episodes of the A show.
Fucking gorgeous. I really like it a lot.
Unhinged Shane is a beauty. It really is.
Witnessing it like 2 feet away from me, it's a bit scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. So let's talk about Quakes. Let's do it.
Yeah.
This movie is essentially, very simply put, a mother and the boyfriend trying to rescue the daughter from a giant building that she should have left a long time
Is
ago.
it weird that the entire time they were together, I wanted a little?
You wanted the mom to hook up with the boyfriend.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's really weird. That's her student.
big time.
That's her student.
Also, her stepdaughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
So obviously that would be hot.
Exactly.
But it's just her student.
You never answered my question from before though.
What?
Like, what are you into? Like when you do that, what do you watch?
We're not talking about this on air, Mike.
Do you have like a big setup when you do it?
Setup?
or you just like treat yourself real quick?
What do you mean by set? I actually
Like,
genuinely want to know what you mean by set.
Lotions, oils, candles.
Can I introduce a new segment?
For
Okay.
sure.
Shane, finish the sentence.
Okay.
I crawled up her pussy that night and then proceeded to bash her brains.
Go.
Intellectually.
See?
Did I disclose on this podcast that I once wrote a porno?
I mean, we've talked about it on, I think, the A show before.
Oh, shit.
Do you like how I call it the A show now?
No, I'm deeply offended.
Okay, sorry. Should we talk about the movie?
No,
I got one more for you.
Okay.
I once spit in that dude's mouth. He spit back in mine, and then I...
Came.
This is the game we're playing.
Solid. Really solid.
You guys are sickos, you know that?
Wasn't my porno good, though?
It was mid.
Do you know about this, Brian?
Your acid pussy porno? Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, we all know about it. It was good. It actually had a storyline.
Thanks.
That's very X of you. You were all about the storyline and the cinematography.
Yeah.
True.
Did you see the movie X? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like, that... What was that party movie?
Project X.
Project X?
No, this
Thomas Mann.
I'm talking about the Mia Goth vehicle.
No. Never seen it.
You should watch it.
Sure.
Okay.
I got one more for you.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
I played Contra, and then I ate bean.
Fart. Beans make me fart. They make me gassy.
Like a good Taco Bell bean burrito?
It would make me geesy.
Yeah, but that means that you ate you ate some bean fart. Okay, enough of these stupid segments. Let's get back to good old Quake.
I mean, we're pretty much done reviewing this one.
what? We haven't even fucking
We
scratched the
literally have
surface.
spent
Nice
solid
meme.
15 seconds on the movie.
No, at the end of the day, there's going to be some traveling now. Like the mom,
Well, we should talk about the initial earthquake that
I
happened.
thought we did. I blacked all that out. Now.
What was that? Like a 4.8?
That was
Well,
that was a 4.8.
she's having a conversation with the student
at the cafe.
at the cafe, and because he like doing bad, and now he wants to like do better, and she's like, "No, bro, like you got to do better to do better."
I'm just going to give you an A
And then
unless you eat my pussy.
and then he, oh my
God,
god,
now we're talking. That's what I'm talking about. Serious question. So, like, when earthquakes actually do happen, can people see that coming? Predict those?
yeah,
So
you
like
have like meters,
Data and shit?
yeah,
That's crazy.
like data and graphs.
And then they tell people, evacuate, leave, go.
is there like minor shocks? Is
There's
what-
minor shocks, and then you could get kind of like a warning. Sometimes they just happen though without warning.
Do we get those here? Like very minor ones?
Well, yeah, we had an earthquake. What was it, like a couple years ago?
That was like 10 years ago now.
Like 10
dude.
years ago.
It was very minor though.
Yeah.
Was I there?
I'm gonna actually say yes.
Because, like, we're over here. And, like, you're over there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you didn't know if yeah, God, 'cause he was there and you were there, so you didn't know if you were there.
So I didn't know if I was there.
No, we were there.
We're there.
My dad and my brother were in line at
Stop
Burger
and
King.
Shop.
Let me tell you what happens with an earthquake.
I took a guess.
So the ground starts to shake and it trembles.
Oh,
And that could be it. But then there are some times when the ground actually splits.
yeah, and that's called split ground.
And then if you were like to fall into that split, you'd fall into potentially what is the center of the earth. But I always thought, what happens if the ground is like a V shape and you fall in, and then you're kind of just like you're stuck there?
You're stuck there until the rock comes and saves you.
Is that what happens in the movie?
Well, San Andreas, right? I think he
I
saves
thought you were
people in
talking about
holes.
Rampage.
I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, San Andreas came out the same year as this movie
Yes.
because this is an asylum film, and they just take titles
What
of
did they pay
popular.
Rock for that one? 100 million?
Probably it's like The Rock.
Did that even gross that much?
Probably not.
I feel like that movie's got no appeal. I feel like an earthquake, is it The Rock that brings the people, I guess?
No, The Rock's like a helicopter pilot or something. I think he just saves people the whole movie.
Is he the people's actor? Like,
Yeah.
What would bring people to see, like for me, that like an earthquake movie? Unless
Rock is what's bringing you to see it.
like the title, like for me, like San Andreas Quake, like Mega Quake.
Yeah.
That gets me.
This one was just called San Andreas, the one with The Rock.
Yeah.
Did we review a movie about sharks that also had the word mega in it? Because I feel like we did.
Mega Shark?
Mega.
No. I think you're making all that
There
up.
is a Mega Shark movie.
Yeah. Megalodon, the Meg.
We did Mega Boa.
Megaboa.
That was probably it.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so like I was saying.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've been trash talking to me, but like I'm gonna predict that an earthquake is actually going to occur. He says no, whatever. There's an earthquake.
yeah. Pandemonium, everything's going crazy. So she calls her husband. She says, "Oh my God, I'm predicting it. It's the big one." That's what they keep calling it, right? The
It's
big one.
the big one.
So she's like, "We got to get out of here." She's like, "You get the daughter. I'll meet up with you guys somewhere, and we'll get out. We'll be safe."
What is the highest quake ever on record? Is it a 10? Can you go above 10? Because
They were talking.
movie,
They were talking 12.
they're talking 12.
Yeah.
Bri, that's a dozen.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's a lot. That's 2 over what I thought it could possibly be capped at.
I thought the same thing.
And I was very confused. And then I'm like, I just need Shane to bring me back to planet Earth. because his hair is so
9.4 to
straight.
9.6 magnitude. Magnitude. I said tomb. Magnitude.
Well,
God.
that's fair because if the magnitude is so strong and you fall into the split, you're going to fall into your
Tomb.
magnitude.
Exactly.
We're in the tomb.
Magnitude would have been a cool name for a Pokemon. So
I,
they
I
went
was
with
thinking that
Magneton.
as I said it.
Because it became like an electric ground type.
Yes, which has never been done before, I don't think.
Ground type Diglett,
Yes.
Yeah.
Doug Trio.
Yes.
Epic.
What was the second form?
Doug Trio.
Doug Trio.
What was the third form?
There isn't one.
There's always a third form.
No.
Squirtle,
War
Blaze-
Turtle.
There was no evolved form to Doug Trio ever in
No.
any. Okay.
Blastoise.
Yeah.
He was a hit.
Yeah. Okay, so Mike, you kind of just like go places without a point.
Can you pull up a picture of her?
Okay.
Like I asked you to?
So while we're talking about this, they're gonna go on their mission now. They're gonna like go through cars and everything's going great. And by great, I mean literally there's just earthquakes everywhere.
10s, 12s.
The daughter, Allie, right? Allie is the daughter.
Yeah, Allie.
She is going to try to rescue people by bringing them down from the top floor to the bottom floor because the army is evacuating people. And the problem is the old man is dying of a heart attack.
Yeah, and they're such a cute couple. It's their like 40th anniversary or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, I fucking hated this part of the movie.
Is it because they should just rolled him down the stairs?
How long was his heart attack?
40 minutes.
That's a long one, right?
Yeah.
And all she needs to go up to the room to get the medication, but they're about to be trapped in an elevator.
Yes,
And that they're in there for a while with some other guy who's a real creep.
he is.
No, he was that gay dude, right?
Wait, he wasn't. Was he gay?
There's another gay guy that was there.
Her
Yes.
coworker.
But I was talking about the other guy.
Oh, that other dude that like loses his mind eventually.
Yeah, he
The guy
just
that
grabs
holds-
guns and
He
blasts.
and holds them forever before doing anything with them.
They should have had a side plot where like the army dudes were like fucking secretly evil.
I could not believe the army guys would just watch this guy with his gun like back and forth
And not
do
just shoot him?
Yeah, and do absolutely nothing with it.
It
I'm
made,
like, this would like literally never happen.
Yeah.
Because at like certain points, he's pointing the gun away from them.
Yes,
Yeah,
and they would have
easily.
they would have shot him. The army would not.
I mean,
have
this guy was
hesitated.
so held a gun for so long and was so untrained with that weapon.
Can I tell you the biggest problem I had with this movie?
Gosh.
The fucking underground scene.
What about
Yeah,
it?
How much? So they come across a dead guy, a worker, who like breathed in too much like what sulfur.
Yeah.
and he's dead.
He's
Shane.
so fucking dead. They're down there talking, breathing that shit in for a long time.
And they're rationalizing memories down there.
I thought they should have had sex in this movie.
She also has a very clear, like 5-minute message to Allie.
Yes.
And I love how her daughter hates her and she tries to like be so nice to her.
I didn't get the whole video portion of it. How is she sending that out to them?
I think she thinks that those are gonna go through.
Yeah. Eventually there'll be service. When the cell towers are rebuilt in like
Oh.
40 years.
Cool.
Okay, so they're gonna be trapped in the elevator. Let me get back to where we're-
Talk about that.
elevator. Now the lady, I think her name is Molly.
Yes.
And Nick.
Nick, we're good.
they're going to have to go onto a journey
Yes.
to meet up with her.
Yes. And one of their journey points is they have to cross this bridge.
They cross the bridge.
Yes. But a car behind them is going to fall down off the bridge, and they go back to save the woman who's like, I can't leave my son, who is dead. So Nick carries her off the bridge for her to run onto the bridge anyway and die.
I actually thought the scene was kind of intense.
It was.
Yeah,
The woman running back onto the bridge kind of made it off or not. But
well, she didn't want to get carried off.
yeah, she didn't.
And like her son, who looked honestly dead already.
He was super dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this was a little relatable.
Oh yeah.
But I see what you're saying. It's like nonsensical, but like it was her son. Like
It was. It's tough to just leave your son in the car bridge.
I like the part where they get fucking carjacked.
yeah, that's
we
intense,
gotta
too.
talk about the animal scene first.
Oh,
Fuck.
good lord! This is when I was like, this is
where the movie lost me. I was lost.
I was like, this is gold.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a baby hippo.
They're just like driving along, and then all of a sudden, a hippo starts hitting them.
You ever just get attacked by a hippo?
It's a hippo from the zoo. The zoo is just
No joke. Have you seen like actual hippo videos?
Yeah,
Those
hippos are
things
sick. They're
fucking
sickos.
Crazy.
They murder for sport.
the-
They literally like fucking run in water
Yeah, they're
like
crazy.
really fast.
They're crazy.
yeah. So they have to circumnavigate a hippo and a hippo mom or
Yeah.
something.
And the hippo, the hippo destroys this car, right?
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
why they hotwire the second car.
Looks really good, really real looking hippo.
I thought the graphics were up there with like any Christopher Nolan movie.
right.
Sure, I agree. They're fantastic.
See?
And then they're gonna go and run into a giraffe too, which also looked great.
The giraffe looked really good. Better than the giraffe in the Last of Us TV show on HBO.
Correct, or the Toys R Us giraffe.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at you for input.
That giraffe was
In the way.
which one? The Toys R Us one?
Oh no, I was talking about the one in the
'Cause,
movie.
like, that giraffe had clout.
Got it.
Clout?
That dude was popular.
Yeah, that giraffe could join FaZe Clan.
Or go out of business.
Yeah.
Rip.
It's a real shame, isn't it?
Rip childhood.
I know. It's so sad.
And then they had the one in like the city with the Ferris wheel inside.
Yeah.
Wow, American Dream Mall.
Yeah. They still have a Toys R Us American Dream Mall.
What?
So wait, they're not out of business entirely?
No, because there's definitely one in American Dream Mall.
Interesting. So they have.
It's
so
like
is it like Blockbuster?
I was gonna say that,
Yeah.
that one last standing blockbuster
In like Seattle or something
It's
like that.
Oregon.
You know, next to the
Oregon.
hypodermic needles.
Yeah, that's
Brian
possible.
hates Seattle. Did you know that?
That city sucks.
Fucking hates
To
it.
be honest with you,
Yeah,
it sucks.
It's a shitty city. But we're not in Seattle. We're in LA. A shittier city, probably.
It's probably worse.
It's being destroyed. They hotwire a car. Now they get carjacked.
You want to talk about this carjacking?
Because you've been dying to talk about it the whole time.
I wasn't dying to talk about it. I like the scene.
Yeah, so talk about it.
I don't remember what happens.
Sure. So there's a carjacking, and that's what happens, and we're good. No. So they see these stranded car, and Molly's like, Nick, just drive past them.
Mm-hmm.
We're not doing this. We've seen the Last of Us TV show. We know what happens when we
Exactly.
stop and help people.
Nick's a
You
good
can't
guy
help-
though.
Nick is because he's the whole
He's a
thing is
fool.
he's a nice guy. He's got a rap sheet.
He does.
It's a very long rap sheet. He's going to college trying to be better, trying to prove himself to the mother who does not approve of the
And he's
relationship.
worthy of the daughter.
He's worthy of the
Yeah.
daughter because they're going to be moving over to New York. They don't know about it. I
She
love how
wasn't
that was
happy.
not a good thing, but he's gonna exit the car. She's not happy about it, and he wants to see what's going on. It's a lady and a girl that's driving. He looks under the hood. He tries to help the car. He's like, "Oh, you guys can come with us." But that's not what her plans are. This lady, she's actually going to take a gun out and point it at Nick. And it's like, "No, we're not going with you. We have to go. Me and my daughter. We are taking your vehicle."
Yeah.
Because they don't want to go back in the city. They want to go
Out of the city.
out.
So
They want to leave the city.
They do this thing where Nick can't overpower the old woman.
Correct.
Yeah, this was weird.
It was terrible. And so they have to give up their car. And they just give up their car. Just like that.
Just like
Nick
that.
could not overpower this old woman.
He eventually
In
just
this
like, falls.
So it's good to be
Falls
nice
down.
to a point.
It's like she's like an older, and he's like some buff college dude.
He's so buff.
So he's pretty
Svelte.
svelte guy.
It's a shame. So now they have to walk into the city. But they're almost there.
Yeah.
And while this was all going on, we talked about the old man and the woman. They get him downstairs just for the old man to die, because once the army recaptures the guy, they handcuff him.
Yep.
And they're like, okay, we're gonna go upstairs because the army's going to a bomb shelter. And I love how they force that guy to go with them to the bomb shelter instead of just letting him go upstairs.
I know. The whole thing was basically like, we only have one chance for survival.
Yeah.
It's going upstairs because this place, based on my predictive modeling,
Yeah.
San Andreas is going to just absolutely destroy.
Yeah, they're supposed to meet the father upstairs on the helicopter.
Yeah, so the father, during this time, we haven't mentioned it, has
the movie doesn't either, for the most part.
Briefly spoke with the mother that they're going to meet on the hotel. Obviously, she's banking on this. She's had no communication with him. But he had to, because he was, while the earthquakes were happening, he had 2 people with him on his chopper.
Weird side plot.
When they landed, they had to get the chopper fixed.
Yes, which they do.
This guy helped fix their
Because the
chopper.
woman pays $10,000 to fix it.
Yeah.
10 racks.
But before they signed a contract, so he still has to like drive them around, even though it is force majeure at this point.
Yes. And they force him to go to Pasadena.
Yeah.
To get their baby.
So he's gonna go there, and then after that, they're gonna go to the hotel.
And let's talk about the fact that in the background, I know where 2 planes collide.
Yeah. So like. Yeah, I love how like they're the ones to notice it, and nobody else around fucking notice that there's a plane that just crashed into another plane.
We skipped over, I'd say a pretty, not an important scene, but a good scene. Like the first scene between the mom and the boyfriend, where she like fucking faked that like he has a gun on him, so they could she wants people out of the building. She says he has a fucking gun because she knows the earthquake is coming.
Is that in the hotel? Or is that earlier?
It's earlier.
Oh, that scene happened like an hour ago. We didn't talk about it, but that did happen.
Was that in the
That's
college?
The cafe. That's at the cafe.
Oh, the cafe.
Yeah,
Oh, in the cafe, yeah.
Yes, I literally forgot that.
Yeah, me too. I forgot that too.
Yeah,
because
you were looking at me.
I'll be honest. I was very confused as you were describing it. I thought I blacked out.
Okay.
Oh, that's when like she rushes everybody out.
She's like, I got a gun, and then the security guard comes out. He's like, where's the gun?
I made a mistake.
Yeah,
there is no earthquake.
There is no gun.
Or gun.
She was right though. There's a quake.
We got quakes. So the whole underground scene happens with them. They eventually dig their way out because a quake opens up a passage, as quakes do. Very
and
nice.
You just
quake.
knew it was, if they were going to be cooked under there
because of the sulfur.
All of that sulfur, and they're reliving memories. And my question is, once it clears up the space and they can go more through these bootlegging tunnels that Nick knew about,
somehow
what
knew
kind
about
of
the
rap
bootlegging
sheet
tunnels.
did he
What
have?
is he doing down there?
Bootlegging.
Like selling bootlegs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
he is Blockbuster.
Here's my thing. Right afterwards, they're going to continue on as if they were never impacted by the sulfur. Sulfur didn't kill them, number one, but now they have no lingering effects from the sulfur.
No emphysema.
Almost immediately after, I feel like they would struggle.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they still have to do physical stuff.
Yeah, but they make it to the hotel.
They get to the hotel.
They go up to the top into one of what is my favorite scenes, where the big one's happening pretty much now, and the building's collapsing.
The 12.
And Nick falls out of the window. The daughter goes to save Nick.
She also falls. Well, no.
The guy accidentally bumps her.
The gay guy, right?
Yeah.
Like the way he I don't know if he tries
It almost
to.
looked like he tried to push her out of the window.
I don't know if he tried to help, but yeah, he looks like he just knocks her out. He does knock her off, and then he just flies out the window.
He was literally he was fodder. He was in this movie to be fodder at the end. Just like there's a scene like before they start going upstairs where everyone is gone already, but 2 people fall over the railing, and I'm like, why were they still in the hotel? Like, what was happening that were they having sex and they thought they were the Quakes?
Oh.
Who knows?
But yeah, so now it's Ashley.
Yes.
Is that her
Allie?
name?
Ashley?
Allie's holding on to her boyfriend Nick.
Yeah.
Who's hanging on for dear life, and the mother's trying to pull them up as her knee is about to. It's really it's being supported by this piece
glass.
of glass.
Yeah.
That's about to shatter. She says, Allie, just hold on to the building. I got to pull Nick up first. So she pulls up Nick, and they both are able to pull up Allie before, and that piece of glass does not shatter.
Then they go to the roof. The dad shows up with the helicopter, perfectly timed, by the way.
Well timed.
Oh, yeah.
They get on the helicopter, and we realize the couple's baby was a dog.
It was a dog the whole time. It was never actually a baby.
I actually knew it was going to be a dog.
Did you?
Yeah. Strictly because they kept saying they left their baby at home, and who just leaves a baby at home?
That's true.
So I was like, this is going to be a fucking cat or a dog.
Big
It's a good
brain
point.
Shane right there.
Big brain.
Yep.
Huge brain.
And that's the end of the movie.
They fly away. The city sinks under Finn.
It's over.
Finn Balor.
The San Andreas Quake. We're going to review this thing or what?
Yeah, does it look like a pretzel?
That was so mean what you just did. Yeah, no.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was entertaining
Yeah.
for what it was. We actually didn't agree on a single movie.
Me and you, or like?
No, all three of us.
Yeah.
Let's recap that because I feel like we had to.
No, Brian recommended Human Zoo. Oh, you okay?
No,
so
we agreed on the human.
okay, Human Zoo. We
Yeah,
did.
That's the one.
Okay, so
I
we
knew
did.
there was one.
Because then District Queens, I said no.
Mike said yes.
I for
Okay.
sure said yes.
And the last one, Brian said no.
You guys said yes.
Okay, yeah. So Human Zoo, we all agreed on. Okay.
Yeah, that movie was
I was just hoping we could all agree on something.
unredeemable.
Perfect. Okay, but yeah, this one I liked it. Like, it was entertaining. I know, like a majority of this episode is us talking about nonsense, but honestly, the movie's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I was entertained by it.
I enjoyed it, and I think I enjoyed it more because of how much I hated the sequel.
True.
And this was so much better than the sequel.
Yeah,
Where did they go wrong?
there is some nonsense in this movie, like no doubt, like
100%
the whole hippo scene, the sulfur. Those
me
scenes
out.
could
Took me
have
out.
definitely been better for sure.
Yeah.
Almost like if they were not in the movie.
Mhm.
But I mean, I think the characters were charming. I liked the story. The acting didn't totally kill the movie.
Solid.
Yeah. So I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I'm with you.
The sequel sucks.
Yeah.
I learned the entire history of FaZe Clan,
Now I wouldn't say the whole history, just their recent drama.
and you still haven't shown me a picture of her.
We'll get to that after the pod.
I'm excited.
All right. So what do we got coming up? I feel like we got a juicy one for next week.
Yeah, because we're like fiending for it, so we're gonna do it. Seagal's an Asian man.
Bam.
Attrition.
Bam. God, I love Seagal and I love Asia.
Me too.
Love
and
it.
I love when Seagal thinks he's Asian
Perfect. It's like the two best things
in the world.
in one.
Are we talking thick Seagal?
This
Yeah.
is like
This
his
is like 20
second to or third to last movie he's done.
Isn't this like
super
2018?
thick.
I think
yeah,
this is like
a 2018 vehicle.
pretty sure. It's
Because
like,
I think his last movie came out, and I don't think he's done a movie since COVID. So I don't think so. Anyway, I'll check back
because
on
he
that.
probably joined up with FaZe Clan.
Yeah, he's probably on Twitter.
yeah, tweeting.
I'm sure he's doing good.
Seagal, I hope so.
Probably with some.
He is so great.
I love him. He's such a scumbag, but I love him.
Okay.
But yeah, attrition next week. We'll see you there.
We'll see. I'm so excited. I just want to get back to Seagal.
Me
I wanna
too.
get
We need more
back.
Seagal.
Too long.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next Friday.
Finalpod.com.
Nice.
You like that?
I like that.
Thanks.
Thanks for doing my job.
Thank you.